looking for a good time, pull up a chair. There's a cowboy telling stories and just don't care. From chasing 8 seconds to now running the show. From the arena dirt to the chutes to lights on the road. According to Flint, life's better with a grin. Cold beer, good friends, and a wild streak within. From the dirt to the screen, he's keeping it real with a heart like Montana and nerves made of steel. Yeah, you never know what he's gonna say, but you're gonna have fun either way. It's a wild ride, buckle in tight. According to Flint, it's one hell of a night. He's quick on his feet, got a mic in his hand, firing up the whole place, got the crowd clapping hands. Ain't no filter, just straight up truth, calling it like it is from the cowboy booth. According to Flint, life's better with a grin. A cold beer, good friends, and a wild streak within. From the dirt to the screen, he's keeping it real with a heart like Montana and nerves made of steel. Yeah, you never know what he's gonna say, but you're gonna have fun either way. It's a wild ride, buckle in tight. According to Flint, it's one hell of a night. So raise a glass, raise a cheer, turn it up, we're all in here. Good folks, good vibes, let's take this thing for one more ride. According to Flint, life's better with a grin. A cold beer, good friends, and a wild streak within. From the dirt to the screen, he's keeping it real with a heart like Montana and nerves made of steel. Yeah, you never know what he's gonna say, but you're gonna have fun either way. It's a wild ride, buckle in tight. According to Flint, it's one hell of a night. Oh yeah. According to Flint, it's one hell of a night.
Coming to you live from an undisclosed location, here is your host, the one and only Flint Rasmussen.
Welcome, everybody. Good to see everybody getting on. As somebody, Jared, maybe just said, the usual suspects and a few others. Welcome, everybody. It's been a couple weeks. We missed last week as I stayed on the road between Billings and Nampa, Idaho. So this week we're back at it. Bo, back there in Billings, Montana, where it's springtime in Montana. Up there, had a little snow this past week. Last Thursday, one of our great spring storms rolled across Montana. Had 4 or 5 inches in Bozeman. I read officially 6.5 inches in Billings of snow. Good timing with the PBR getting out of there. And now warmed up, the grass is turning green up there as it is in Texas as well. Currently, we don't have the weather thing, do we? Do we have the weather thing? Do we do that anymore? Well, hold on. We'll get a little report on what springtime weather is telling us here in Fort Worth. Currently, 85 degrees, air quality, whatever that means, and whatever all that, 85 degrees currently in Fort Worth. You got yours, Bo? No, nothing in Billings. What is it? What do you suppose it is? Is it 50s? What is it? 53 degrees under sunny skies in Billings, Montana. And the sun's still shining up there because it stays light till forever in the summer. So Bo pushing all the right buttons in the storage unit there behind Connolly's Western Mar. Let's see who's with us. Dalton currently trying to befriend a bald eagle. Good for you. No joke. Evan at 77 where he is. Corey, y'all can have that in Billings. What? That's pretty nice, isn't it? 53 degrees. That's beautiful in the evening in Billings, Montana in April, I say. Yeah. Kent Nord, Flint, are you from Denmark? Actually, you're new. Kent Nord, are you from Denmark, Kent? My great grandparents, the Rasmussens, homesteaded in the Big Hole Valley of southwest Montana, and they were from Denmark. Yes, Rasmussen is Danish. So, yes, Kent, I appreciate that. Are you as well from Denmark? Yeah, I'll give him a minute. Now, everybody giving their 58 in Spokane. Great. We'll let everybody get settled in. Here we go. Anyway, oh, he's Swedish, but he knew I was from Denmark, so I appreciate that. Thanks, Kenneth. I like that, Kenneth. Essex, Illinois, 58. See, pretty good across the board. Got some rain coming into Texas, some rain and some snow shower. Rain mostly in Montana. You know what's going to happen in Montana. They needed that moisture to get things started in the spring, and it's going to keep raining. It's like, we need to get in the field. I can't even get things seeded. It's too wet. Too damn wet. Can't even get in the fields. I'll tell you what we need right now. That's the one, isn't it, Bo? I'll tell you what we need right now. We need about 70 degrees and about a week of just nothing but sunshine. If any of this is if we're going to get any of this started, it doesn't matter. Let's start this early, Chris Pantani says. You people, you know what? It is. Be patient, Chris. He's shaking. Do I sense somebody need to go to a meeting and have a sponsor? What's up, Chris? But it is good to see you people. I even poured one for myself. Bo is witness. When we were getting ready, I had a weird cough. Now I'm thinking about it, and I'm going to do it again. So I had to have something. There, much better. Hey, we're going to get things rolling. We got Tacoma coming up, some Nampa results, some rodeo stuff. We're going to go to the vault, to the photograph vault later, and lots to do. But first, we're going to take a quick break. Everybody button up those Wrangler jeans. We're getting ready to roll. It's According to Flint. Quick break from Wrangler.
Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Welcome back. Some new folks. We were just talking during the commercial. Got some new, I'd say faces, but it's names. Good to see everybody. Chad Waldhauser, good to see you. Former Montana guy. Holly, Cowboy Medicine, best ever. Chris doesn't go to meetings. Quitters go to meetings, by the way. Lots going on this week. The NFL draft going on this week. Kind of exciting to see where everybody goes. Big write-ups after pro days. By the way, special guests of Tire-Rama, and I'll say of the PBR myself, at the Billings PBR, 3 Montana State Bobcats who just came off their pro day and killed it. Rylan Ort, who played safety for Montana State. Marcus Ware, who is one of the Bobcats they think will actually get drafted, an offensive lineman from Billings, Montana. And Brody Grebe from the Melstone Cowboy, going to get a chance. They had great pro days. And the one that wasn't there that had a great pro day, touchdown Tommy Malott, just went ahead and ran a 4.39 40. Now they're talking about him getting drafted in some sort of return specialist slot wide receiver position. So watch for some Montana State guys to get some chance. Butch Bradsky making a cameo. Look at that. I guess we're friends again. How about that guy? So, the NFL draft, kind of exciting. I'm looking later rounds for anybody, Montana State guys. I think the 2 guys that have a chance to actually get drafted would be Marcus Ware and Tommy Malott. Other guys will get free agent, either tryouts or contracts. That's my prediction. There you go. 4 total, I think, from Montana State. I think Junior Bergen from the University of Montana might get it. He'll probably get a free agent deal or a tryout. I'm not sure about the others from the University of Montana. You know why? Because they're from the University of Montana. Anyway, big times in the last 2 weeks. Billings, great blowout there in Billings. And then on to Nampa, Idaho, where it was just fabulous. Friday night, rocking Friday night, completely sold out Saturday night. And it was really great in Billings. Now coming up Tacoma this week, but also the TKO takeover event where PBR Thursday, UFC Saturday, WWE Monday. Bob just asked if I will be in Kansas City. I am going to Tacoma, but I'm letting others supervise things there in Kansas City. So I will not be in Kansas City. But Nampa, we talk about the usual suspects on this show, some of the usual suspects in Nampa, Idaho as well. Congratulations for his 5th win of the season on the Unleash the Beast tour. Dalton Castle. They battled it out. Dalton and Jose Vitor Leme. Look who's back from injury. And I'll tell you guys, Jose's hand is screwed up. He has a break in his hand, or did. Now he's got ligament damage. So that's his riding hand. And so congratulations to Dalton Castle. Randy Schmutz, by the way. Randy Schmutz, what's up, Randy? By the way, congratulations to Randy Schmutz. Coming up very soon. What, did it happen or is it coming up? It's coming up. Being inducted into the Texas Rodeo Cowboy Hall of Fame. Randy, one of my favorite announcers all time to work with. Man, we had some big times at Rapid City, just all over. Did a lot of PBRs together. So, hey, Randy, good to see you. Jose Vitor Leme was second place. The world champion, Kaiki Pacheco. I'll tell you who broke a buck-off string, and he needed Ezekiel Mitchell rides 2 in a row this weekend, Randy. Thank you, buddy. Congratulations. Zeke Mitchell rides 2 in a row, places 4th, gains some valuable Unleash the Beast points. He needs it. He needs to get in. Not sure he's on the initial lineup for Tacoma, Washington, but he is an alternate, one of the first alternates. There's Clay Guyton again. Mauricio Moreta needed that. Callum Miller, the Aussie, coming up, an Australian that is not Brady Fielder, Thiago Salgado, and then splitting 9th and 10th, Bruno Carvalho and Joao Lucas Campos. So congratulations to those guys. Nampa, really great time. So Brady Fielder hanging in there, but when you look at when we look at the world standings, bam, how about that? We can see it is still a tight race up in that top. When you get down, I think now you can do the mathematically so many guys have a chance. But it's mathematically and realistically, but you look in that top, down to 6 or so, look out. Even down to 7. You just never know. But there it is, Dalton Castle, Brady Fielder, just a couple 100 points behind, not even 200 points behind him. A lot of points available. John Crimber was out last week. Looks like he's coming back this week to make a run. A little bit of an injury to his collarbone. It might be fractured, but he's going to ride. Sage Kimsey just plugging away through a really bad knee. And I think here's my opinion. I think that's the battle. I think it's those 4 guys. That's what I think. But watch out down when you get down young guys. Court McFadden, the Texas Hammer, and Clay Guyton from North Carolina. Watch them too. It'll be fun. Those 2 weekends of World Finals are going to be a great time. So, by the way, coming up these next few weeks, we have Tacoma and then a weekend off, but then 3 big events or 4 affiliated with the PBR World Finals. Tacoma, Washington this weekend in the historic Tacoma Dome. Then May 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 4 big days at Cowtown Coliseum for the elimination rounds. And then Wednesday, Thursday, the redemption rounds, where it's a lot. Chris Rankin Kaiki has moved up 2 spots in the last 2 weeks. So you're right. I was thinking Kaiki's one to watch for. Shelby has the flu, but she is still awake and alive. Thank you for the report, Shelby. Eliminations, redemptions. Friday the 16th is Kid Rock's Rockin' Rodeo. Never know who's going to show up to sing with Kid Rock. Just saying. We can't say who it is because of those radius clause advertising things. Man, I was going to give a hint, and I might get in trouble if I do, so I better not. And May 17th and 18th, the championship rounds at AT&T. Going to be a hell of a year. That's all I'm going to say. It has been. So there you go. Lots of things going on. And this just in. All those weekends from eliminations, redemptions, Women's Rodeo World Championship, and then the championship weekend of World Finals available on Cowboy Channel. Redemption rounds exclusive to Cowboy Channel. Everything else, eliminations and the championships at AT&T Stadium, they are simulcast because they're still available on our YouTube and on Ride Pass, but also available on Cowboy Channel. So that's a deal that was struck. Kid Rock's Rockin' Rodeo available live on Fox Nation, streaming on Fox Nation. So there you go. All kinds of great info. Hey, I mentioned coming back from injury and with a really bad hand, Jose Vitor Leme gutting it out, making a run at some big bucks as we head into the last couple of weeks here of the PBR Unleashed the Beast season. It's hard to get a hold with a bad hand, but one guy that is my stronghold of the week, even with a broken hand, from the championship round, it was a re-ride. Ricky Vaughn stumbled, causing a re-ride with the re-ride. Jose Vitor Leme right here in the championship round, our stronghold of the week.
It is now in the judge's hands. Leme has done his job and done it with flying colors. Will it be enough? He needs 89 3/4. No, it's 88 1/4.
So he didn't have enough points to overtake Dalton Castle, but what a great ride. And I thought they left some points on the table for Jose, possibly. Congratulations to everybody, but Jose looking good with a screwed up hand. Great job, Craig Hummer with the call on TV. Clint Atkins and our friend Chris Rankin, who always is a loyal fan, with the call in arena. Great energy in Nampa, Idaho. You wouldn't guess Nampa, Idaho being wild, but like they used to fight in the crowd, and I'm telling you, it's a good time. You know, it's also rodeo season. This was the time of year I used to take off during rodeo season. I'd start in Logandale, Nevada, and head down to Red Bluff, California, which was last weekend. Clovis, California, as well as some other smaller rodeos around it, taking place, kicking off. I believe their bull riding, that used to be a PBR, is not now, is tomorrow night. They have concerts, they have rodeo. One of the great rodeos, Red Bluff and Clovis, have become just great rodeos in California. And with rodeo really ramping up heading into the spring and summer, some guys racking up some big dollars. So we're our Montana Silversmiths rodeo standings of the week. We're going with the all-around cowboy standings. Look who's at the top. It's weird. Stetson Wright. Imagine that. But look right behind him. Stetson at 123,000. Look who's at 94,000, almost 95,000. Wasey Shala. You know what's cool? Two rough stock guys in the top two in the world all-around standings. There's Marcus Terrio. He's been an all-around threat for years, been high school, college. But Stetson Wright and Wasey Shala, it's those two, then a big gap, and then some also rans. We'll see how it shapes up in the summer as some time event guys start winning more money, maybe in the steer roping and calf roping and team roping, that stuff. But it's good to see Stetson Wright, of course, in the saddle bronc riding and the bull riding, Wasey Shala in the bull riding and the bareback riding. So they lead the way in the PRCA world all around standings. What am I missing? What did I forget anything? Well, right. So yeah, Tacoma, Washington this weekend. That's a Saturday night, Sunday. Our crew heading out. A lot of them did today, most of them tomorrow, as far as arena and production, to the TKO Takeover, a teams type event Thursday night in Kansas City. I will tell you, the top 20 in the world as an organization, we stepped up, and I say we because I was in on making this decision. The top 20 in the world not allowed to go to Kansas City. We were making a gesture to say, we're giving you a break. We're not going to dump another event 2 weeks away from the end of the season. But a lot of our production, our TV trucks, they're after the show, Kansas City, driving across the country to Tacoma to start Saturday night. Troy asking, what do you think about Cheyenne stopping having PBR? Is this true? Well, you asked what I thought about it, then asked if it was true. Yeah, I mean, Troy, you're, and I appreciate it. You're a little late to the party, but we're doing a PBR that Monday night and Tuesday night in Fort Collins, Colorado. By the way, get your tickets. Canvas Stadium on the campus of Colorado State University. A big money event was taken away from us, and it fits right into that Big Sky. Our riders used to go Big Sky down to Cheyenne, and they went to the Extreme Bowls. No big meetings had or anything. They just changed. So we're doing a concert, bull riding and concert. Monday night is Tim McGraw. Tuesday night is John Party in the football stadium. Get your tickets. Check it out at pbr.com. Get all the details. Selling the shit out of tickets is really good. And it's going to be a great setup. Playing to half the football stadium with a really great setup for a concert. So yeah, check that out. I won't say what I think about it. I'll just, because I love Cheyenne Frontier Days, but yeah. Garrison Allen, look at the shirt. I have the same one. I just don't have the biceps you do. You're right, Garrison. By the way, my shirt of the week. Congratulations, Billings, Montana, with kind of the boss man leading the way, our friend David Allen. That's Logan and Garrison's dad. That's all he is now. He used to be David Allen, the Brillo. Now he's Logan and Garrison's dad. Leading the way, Billings, Montana, building a really first-class outdoor rodeo arena there at the fairgrounds. Come August, during the fair in Billings, going to have Rodeo Billings, outdoor, great purse, combining the fall rodeo with the rodeo that was during the fair, having a great pro rodeo that'll fit right into the circuit that everybody's making. So congratulations to Billings and people like David Allen stepping up, saying, we're going to show you how to do a good outdoor rodeo in Montana. So catch it in August, Rodeo Billings, repping the brand. There you go. Let's take a little break. Of course, our all-around rodeo standings of the week, brought to you by Montana Silversmiths, and all of these cowboys and cowgirls, we talk about it. We talk about looking to win that gold buckle, that world champion buckle, brought to you and produced by Montana Silversmiths, official buckle maker of the PRCA and the PBR. Quick word from them, and we're going to go to the vault. Have a little fun. Back after. Welcome back. Seeing if I'm missing anything from our fan interaction, fan engagement, as we like to call it. Let's see. Let me read all the comments. Oh, Tyler Hope, you're welcome. One of our marketing bosses just texted me, Bo, thanking me for the big plug for the CSU event. I'll do it again. You're welcome, Tyler Hope. Get your tickets now. Canvas Stadium. What's the date? The 20. Shoot, where's my? You know how I'm gonna. You got here. This is gonna work in material with a necessity for a calendar. You know what I get when I go up to Shoto, Montana? I get the Shoto Lions Club birthday calendar. Does anybody else's town do this? I buy it, $20. My dad takes my $20 every year. But I bought lunch, so he bought my calendar. And we're on April right now. And everyone in town, it has the birthdays. Do you get those, Bo? Have you ever seen those? Small towns do that in Montana. And you get everybody's birthday. Like if you go to April 19th, this past Saturday, and you look, somewhere on there is Paige Rasmussen's name right there. Anyway, so I'm going to look just to make sure I have the dates right. It is July 21st and 22nd, Fort Collins, Colorado. Last Cowboy Standing format, 35 guys. 2 nights, 35 ride the first night, and we narrow it down to the last Cowboy Standing. After the bull riding on Monday, you get some Tim McGraw. After the bull riding on Tuesday, you get some John Party. You can get some dirt suites, some premium experience. You can get great seats up on the side of the stadium. That stadium, by the way, so new the paint's not even dry, hardly. It's a few years. Beautiful facility, great partners there at Colorado State University. There we go. Sure wish PBR be on CBS Sports when they're a long ways from us. We could watch them. So what does distance away from you have to do? It's on YouTube. I'll tell everybody, and our fans on this show that we do on Tuesdays are pretty savvy. But if you can watch this, if you are watching a Facebook Live broadcast and you can't figure out how to watch PBR on their YouTube channel, is it me? And with all due respect, something's wrong. You're watching me live, but can't find PBR. Not saying. I'm just saying. All right. Sure, PBR. It was shifted away Marcus, I got it, man. I got it. Anyway, let's go to the vault. It is time for, I think it's a new segment. It's time to go to Flint's vault. Found some pictures. Some pictures emerged in my life when I was at my parents' the other day. This first one I've been looking for. Years ago, I worked the DNCFR. Back then, it was the Dodge National Circuit Finals Rodeo in Pocatello, Idaho, in Holt Arena, where Idaho State University plays football. Man, they used to get crowds there. The top 2 from each circuit gathered there for about 4 days of rodeo. But they played football, so on the end walls, they had the goalposts pulled up. Well, I don't know if everybody knew this, but I was a bit of a kicker. Matter of fact, first team All-State kicker in high school, and found a football. And from the middle of the arena, it was, we guess, probably a 40-yarder. Shed the shoe, go barefoot. Dan Hubble gets the photograph. Here's the great part of the picture. Famous rodeo photographer Dan Hubble took the picture. But can anybody pick out who is holding for me on the field goal attempt and make? Anyone? I think I'll let it go. I think I'm going to let the people speak. So holding for me in the arena in this picture as I booted, that's right, Milky, Mitchell Devine, Milky, with the answer right away. Milky, I'll buy you a drink in Tacoma, Mitchell. That is PBR photographer for 30 years, Andy Watson. He was in the arena because he set his camera down and held for me. He was there as a photographer too. Nailed it, by the way. Bam. Like just like Pat McAfee type booming. So there you go. That picture would be early, trying to think of the years I did the DNCFR. Early 2000s, maybe late 90s, but yeah. Hey, Jordy's on. Good to see you. Jordy, did you get my text that I changed my flight? I changed my flight to Friday, so I want to go to the baseball game. I have some contacts if I need to get my own ticket. But just so you know, I'm going to the Mariners game. We're going to the Mariners game Friday night, but by the way. So we're going back to the vault. We're putting that one away. We're going to lock it back in the vault. Now, here you go. As I was snooping around in a file that my mom gave me for my aunt, I found our 1984 Christmas card that my mom used to do. And Pat was a punter, but he was also a kicker. It was the booming part that, thanks, TK. I appreciate the picking. The 1984 Christmas card, every kid had a page. Well, I definitely had my own page. I don't know if every kid had a page. This is my page from Tootie Rasmussen's 1984. It's kind of hard to see because I took a picture of it. Top left is me. The last line says, Flint's sense of humor is a joy to all of us, or whatever. There's me making the one-handed grab against Fairfield, the fall of my junior year, the one-handed grab. Me bringing the ball down the floor as a point guard, and then me running hurdles. There you go. That is my page from the Rasmussen Review Christmas card, Christmas 1984. Would have been my junior year because that was spring of 85. There you go. From the vault. I like From the Vault. I like it. There you go. What else? Let's see what else. I know. Now we're getting, so try to read some comments between Evan's comments. There we go. Now we're having a debate about Pat McAfee. Here we go. Now you really have a page. I do, Teresa. As a matter of fact, I do. I am Al Bundy-like. Thank you, Bob. And Bob that just said I'm Al Bundy-like, I would like to make it very clear. And Bob, this is for your sake. This drink that I am drinking is from the bottle of 1910 that you gave me at the autograph signing in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. So, there you go. That's right, Jolene. My mom is the bomb. You're correct. So Bob, thank you for bringing me. Bob, at 2 years in a row, has bought me a bottle of Pendleton Rye to Sioux Falls. So, Bo, I'm sorry you're in Billings and can't enjoy it. Here. Feels so good. Yeah. Thank you, Bob. See what anybody else. We could bring up Matt being at WrestleMania. Matt West did a great job. Matt West has a big connection and passion for WWE and UFC. So we're all kind of under the same ownership groups. For Matt to go and do a bunch of social media content, you really did a great job. So good job to Matt. We appreciate it. He's hosting a bunch of stuff in Kansas City for a couple of days too with them. So good representative of the company to do all that at WrestleMania at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, right across from the Strip. Also, some big things coming up for PBR on July 10th. With a lineup like this, you might make plans on July 10th in Oklahoma City at the National Western Heritage Center and Cowboy Museum. It is the PBR's Heroes and Legends Ring of Honor ceremony. You can see it on there. This year's recipients, the headliner, JB Mooney, getting put in the Ring of Honor. I do like that the responses online were, well, it's about time. Well, you got to be retired for 2 years, I believe, or a full year. He wasn't eligible till this year. So I don't know what if they want us to induct him while he was still riding. So the about time I know is a compliment, but just so everyone knows, JB was not getting snubbed. He was eligible this year. Yes, July 10th is a Thursday, Friday, Wildcatter Days in Oklahoma City start. So JB Mooney, the headliner, getting inducted in the Ring of Honor. Posthumously, the great Freckles Brown going in as well. Remember the Red Steagle song, "The bull was named Tornado and the cowboy Freckles Brown." tornado had been out 200 and some times, and Freckles Brown rode him, and he was like 95 years old. He was like 48 or 50. He was. He was. The Jim Shoulders Lifetime Achievement Award going to the great Pam Minnick. Groundbreaking, wonderful lady. The Timery Top Hand is the Super Looper Roy Cooper. You might want to maybe get a ticket. I know who Roy Cooper has requested to introduce him at the Heroes and Legends. So you might get a ticket just in case it happens, and you might want to be in Amarillo by morning to get there. But look at me just throwing hints out. And the Sharon Shoulders Award to Priscilla Palermo, Robson Palermo's wife. Unbelievable lady, has battled cancer. She got a master's from Texas A&M when they first moved here. And also the brand of honor, the Great Bull owned by Tom Teague and Frontier Rodeo, Big Bucks. So it's going to be fun. Matt West and myself MC that. It's a really fun night right there in the beautiful Museum of I never can get the whole name right. And I'm in the damn National Cowboy Hall of Fame there. The National Cowboy Hall of Fame. There you go. I do want to tell one story. I have a JB Mooney story. How about that? Story time with Uncle Flint. I even have a prop. So in 2014, one of the 20 years that I worked at Calgary Stampede, the format there's a winner every night. They have pools of cowboys, and every day the winner of each event gets a bronze. Like they have it's all one. It's the same one, but each event winner every day gets a bronze. And I know it was 2014, and I'll tell you why in a second, but we afterwards we go to this big sponsor tent and have a beer with all the committee and the cowboys. Everyone was welcome to come in. And JB Mooney had won the go round that day in the bull riding. So I'm standing there leaning on a tall table. It had been a long afternoon like they were in Calgary, and I was getting ready to go back to the hotel and shower. And I was probably drinking a beer, usually one. It made me bloated. So, and I feel a hand on my shoulder and something on the table. And he said, "Thanks for all your support," and slapped me on the back and walked away. And on the table in front of me, JB Mooney put down his, if you can see it, 2014 Calgary Stampede go-around winner bull riding, JB Mooney. And he gave me this bronze. And if you look at the brand, it's the C Lazy S brand. And it's a guy by a fire with a branding iron. And JB Mooney gave me his bronze and walked away. And that's the kind of guy JB Mooney was. He's always been. Didn't make a big deal out of it. Just, hey, thanks for all your support. And slap down. It's I display it in my house. It's one of the coolest things I have. So that's my JB Mooney friend story. There you go. I like story time. Let's see. We got a little time. I think we even have a little time for that could have been my Wrangler Minute. That story. Damn it. What was I thinking? Should I tell it again in 1 minute? No. Damn it. Dang, that was dumb. It is time, if we have time, and if somebody gives me a good topic. It's time for our Wrangler Minute for you newbies, and I know there's some new people on here tonight. For you newbies, I do not rehearse this. I let you give me a topic that I will then turn on the countdown clock. Well, Bo will, and I will talk 1 minute about any topic you give me. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't want it to be what's the best ride you ever saw? Who was the best bull rider ever? What's the most fun you ever had in the arena? We've covered all of that. We've been doing this a while. Something, whether it's sports, no politics. That's not allowed in my shows of any sort. Anything. Wrangler Minute, top 10 favorite popes. Thanks, Rob. I appreciate that. Wayne Triplett, Tommy Malott. I can't talk for a minute. It needs to be, keep in mind, it needs to be something I don't just take a word and talk about it. A subject matter that I can talk for a minute about that might be, even I might get salty. Yeah. Favorite moment, call it. Well, Lee Corso, the favorite moment for Lee Corso was when he put on the Bobcat head in Bozeman, Montana. Huh. Yeah. Strangest thing, David Fournier. Doo-doo. David Fournier, by the way, highlight of him in Charlotte popped up on Facebook this morning. One of the founders of the PBR. Welcome, Doo-doo. We appreciate it. It's an all-star cast. Should the Dodgers have a salary cap? Whitey from the crew, good to see you. Whitey? No, the Dodgers just beat everybody. Let's see. I'll get salty. Thoughts on robot umps? I don't like it. I like the human element to it. I'm old school. Freshman playing 1 year of NCAA basketball, then going to I don't care, honestly. If I got to have a little passion about it, Lisa, I appreciate you, but I appreciate it. Tracy, did I just not say I don't talk politics? Yeah. I think you can talk about anyone. Who is the best bullfighter you worked with? Not bad, Roy. Good to see you, Roy. Was the show Yellowstone beneficial to Montana, Wyoming, and PBR? That's not a bad. I don't know about beneficial. I don't know that I've talked about that. I've talked about that, but I don't know if I've ever. Kurt Blake, this just in. He has 7 moose, 30 elk, and a few deer in my window right now. What are you seeing? Paycheck, Kurt. Do you think I moved to Texas for the scenery? Hate to tell everybody this, Kurt, including you. I love Montana. I love where I'm from, but I have bills to pay, and my job is here. So, sorry. That's the way it goes. After the latest deaths in the ring, which latest? Okay, man, I don't know if I can cover it in a minute. I have strong opinions about Yellowstone and people moving in. It depends how you define it, I guess. Rodeo, okay. I'll do this. All right. It's not what you make, it's what you spend. Yeah, I can't spend anything if I don't work. Okay, here it is. You ready? Little perspective, everybody. I have a topic. Listen up. Gather around. Come here. Get closer. Get in here. Is Montana the new California? Absolutely freaking not, dude. Not it. No. Californians, I'm going to exclude this from my Wrangler Minute. Californians get a bad rap. People are like, look at Bozeman, all the Californians. It's people from everywhere. It's not just California. The Californians, by the way, that moved to Montana are the smart ones because they're getting the hell out of California. So, okay, here we go. I have a topic. Don't tempt me anymore. It was Yellowstone good for Montana and Wyoming and rodeo PBR. Wrangler Minute. Ready, go. As far as if it's good for Montana and Wyoming, I don't know. I found it ironic that a show Yellowstone where the main character is fighting the development of Montana has done more to develop Montana than any other thing. It's developed Montana around Bozeman, Kalispell, Whitefish, but there's still small rural towns like Shoto, Montana, struggling to even survive. So it's affecting little places. So I'll jump to this. Let me jump to this part. Has it benefited rodeo or PBR? A question we don't even have to ask. We are selling out arenas in the Northeast, on the East Coast. So don't ever make fun of people that wear a cowboy hat once a year or have it on backwards or, oh, look at you, your jeans are too short. You know why? Because they bought them and they want what we have. And that is something close to what we used to have in this country. So has it helped PBR and rodeo? It has. So embrace it, welcome them, let them buy tickets, and thank them for coming. There you go. 1 minute. Wrangler. Yeah, there you go. There's lots of versions of Montana. There's Bozeman and Whitefish and Kalispell where you can't afford to buy a house. So people like my daughters are leaving. I mean, there's those parts of Montana. Then there's other parts of Montana where high school enrollment. Hey, Shoto, Montana. When my brother Will was in high school in the late 70s, he graduated with 75 kids, which sounds tiny to a lot of people. 240 kids in the high school, 250 kids. When I graduated, it was 185 kids in 4 grades in the high school, which that's a typical Class B school in Montana. Shoto, Montana right now, 115 kids in high school. So when everybody says Montana's getting ruined and all these people are moving in, certain parts of Montana they're moving in. But ask the people up in Shoto and Conrad and Shelby and Chester and Havre and across the High Line over to Harlem and Chinook and Malta and Glasgow and all those areas in central Montana. Ask them if they're booming and overrun with people. They're not. They're struggling. They're working like real ranchers and real farmers, trying to make their town work, trying to make their school work, trying to get levies passed to keep the schools functioning. There's schools that are combining because the numbers are so small. So anyway, Flathead High graduating class 2005 was over 600 before. Then they split and became Glacier High. Bozeman's the same way. Billings West High School is huge, isn't it, Bo? And Billings, nobody counts Billings because it's not resort. It's not a resort type place. It's an industrial town, an ag town, but Billings is booming too. But nobody talks about it because they want to be pissed off at Bozeman and call it Bosangeles. In the meantime, Billings has all these high schools and it's booming. I like Billings. Anyway, there you go. Thank you, Rankin, for calling. I love it when you call me Big Papa. Yeah. Hey, do you have the graphic, Bo? You know what I just got, don't you? I got a little salty right there. For Whitey, Jordy, if you're still here, I'll give him a minute. I didn't warn him ahead of time. Whew, I see my heart rate gets pumping, and that means I got to back off the salt because when that happens, this is what I am. You got it? Here we go. This is me. That's me. Salty Flint. Look out. Thanks, Jordy, or if you're there, if you're watching. Whitey, they know that was the arena graphic right there. Whew. See? There he is, Jordy. Salty Flint is a good Flint. So, hey, this weekend is going to be a great weekend. Heading to Tacoma, as we said, a little Mariners game on Friday night. Saturday, Sunday, always great crowds there at the historic Tacoma Dome. Used to play some football in the Tacoma Dome back in the day. Not me, they did. And then that's the end of the regular season. Going into PBR World Finals. Take a look. Keep up with those world standings. It's one of the most exciting world title races we've had. Bull riding is alive and well. You know, people say, we don't have as many good bull riders as we used to. We're running out of bull riders. You know why we're running out of bull riders? Because we got them spread all over the country. You got rodeo, extreme bulls, you got championship bull ride. There's a bull riding association on every corner. You got on any given weekend during the PBR season, you got an Unleash the Beast event and 2 Velocity Tour events. We have lots of great bull riders. We just have them spread all over the damn country. So, but the best ones in the world are in the top about 12 or 15 in the PBR right now. So, on behalf of Bo, back there in the home office, everybody watching, all my friends on the PBR crew, Whitey, Jordy, Rankin, Milky, I'll miss everybody, and all you fans that are here every week, we appreciate you. See you Thursday in Kansas City, this weekend in Tacoma. Thanks for joining us, everybody. See you next time.